Some netizens in Hernan discovered that there were fewer tourists during the National Day holiday this year. This is the current situation of the Zhangjiakou shopping mall during the National Day holiday. This year's National Day is a little special. October 1st was the busiest time in previous years, but there were few people this year. I am now in Tai'an, Shandong, a 5A tourist city. According to the situation in previous years, high-speed rail tickets have long been sold out, but there are still tickets left. What used to be a crowded parking lot now has many empty spaces. Many hotels still have vacancies and not as many tourists as expected. It's puzzling why there are fewer tourists. Today, I visited the main urban area of Jiaishan, Cexing Cultural Plaza. You can take a look at the shopping streets and malls here with me. Now, there is no atmosphere that the National Day should have. There are almost no people, and the shopping malls look deserted. I just visited 2 stores and would like to share with you. For example, there is a bag shop behind me. The bags displayed at the door are all priced at US $60 or $70, which is ridiculously high. I also visited a shoe store and there was a discount advertisement hanging in front of the store saying that everything was 90% off and the price after the discount was $14. Then think about it, this would cost more than $140 without discounts. This kind of pricing is unacceptable. Some netizens describe the online ride-hailing market, saying they could not receive orders even during National Day. This year's National Day makes me a little confused. This doesn't look like a National Day at all. Xi'an is a tourist city. Why has it become like this? When I went out yesterday, I thought it would be busy, but it wasn't. Yesterday, I started around 1 or 2 p.m. and ended up running until 12 p.m., more than 10 hours, with very few orders. Some orders during the National Day are free of commission and there are additional rewards. However, look at it, it only took 10 hours to earn $59.7 US, which is so incomprehensible that you can't even make any money during the National Day. Guys, what's even more outrageous is that all I ran this day were small orders. Although the rewards are quite large, there are too many small orders received, and there are traffic jams everywhere, making it difficult to move forward. I basically walked around the city today. The only big order I made was $7.55. The other orders were all small, and I made no money at all. To make matters worse, I came back too late last night. Too many people were in the queue when charging, and the battery was not even charged. The car battery was empty, and I had no choice but to go home and sleep. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I have just fully charged the battery and plan to go out to the airport to see if I can run some big orders. Can someone explain why the National Day will be like this year? Some netizens posted a video saying that it's okay not to go out and spend money during National Day. Workers still have to find ways to make money, and many are willing to work overtime. In addition, some netizens concluded that 5 unexpected and strange phenomena occurred during this year's National Day holiday. First of all, physical shopping malls have become deserted. During the National Day period in previous years, shopping malls were always crowded, and discounts and promotions attracted shoppers. However, even though there are promotions this year, consumer enthusiasm is far less than before. Many businesses expected traffic and sales from the holidays, but the results may be disappointing. Second, fewer people are eating out. During holidays in the past, the restaurant was always full, and friends and family often gathered to eat. However, this year more people are choosing to eat at home instead of going out for dinner. Third, people have become more cautious about consumption. In the past, people often took the opportunity to go shopping during the holidays, but this year it seems to be different. Many people no longer spend money as they used to, but start budgeting carefully, and some even give up shopping plans. Fourth, travel methods have changed. In the past, many people like to go to popular attractions or travel abroad. But this year, more people travel nearby for leisure. People no longer pursue luxurious travel experiences, but pay more attention to actual relaxation and leisure. Eventually, the human touch seemed to fade. The holidays used to be a good time to visit relatives and friends and exchange gifts. But this year, the number of gift-giving visits seems to have decreased. Many people prefer staying home and resting instead of visiting relatives and friends as before. It's also reported that in preparation for the Chinese National Day holiday, the Shanghai municipal government announced on September 28th that it would issue consumer vouchers totaling 500 million yuan to stimulate the service industry. However, citizens' response has been lukewarm. According to the government announcement, this batch of consumer vouchers covers 4 major areas: catering, accommodation, movies, and sports activities. However, many citizens doubt the actual effect of consumer vouchers. In an interview, Ms. Yang, a citizen, bluntly said that this form is similar to Taobao's promotion and is not sincere. She worries that the government's funds may eventually become merchant subsidies. Social media is also full of doubts about the policy, with many people believing that direct cash payments are more effective than consumer vouchers. Some netizens also criticize this approach as a way for the government to spend the least amount of money and obtain the greatest effect. But in the end, it wasn't easy to stimulate consumption. Taiwanese scholar Wu Se-zhe believes that Shanghai's consumer vouchers are short-term stimulus policies in specific areas. But due to their highly restrictive nature, their general effects are limited. He pointed out that citizens want to increase their consumption capacity rather than increase consumption. In addition, merchants may use price adjustments to offset discounts so consumers do not receive benefits. He also mentioned that Shanghai, as the economic center of China, now also needs to issue consumer coupons to stimulate the economy, which reflects the severe economic situation in China as a whole. In fact, consumer vouchers may only bring short-term consumption growth and cannot reverse long-term economic problems. A 45-year-old white-collar worker in Beijing said that since the highway is free during the holidays, she plans to drive her family to Yangzhou. She admitted that saving money is the first choice when the economic situation is down. She also mentioned that before the epidemic, they went to Singapore and the United States for vacation, but now the financial pressure has made her choose to travel more frugally. Data from the travel platform Flight Manager shows that domestic air ticket prices this year are expected to drop by 21% compared to last year, and international economy class fares are 25% lower than in 2023 and even 7% lower than in 2019. Short-haul Asian destinations such as Japan, South Korea, Thailand, and Singapore will be the first choice for outbound tourists. In addition, foreign airlines such as British Airways and Qantas have cut or suspended flights to and from China due to a lack of demand and fierce price competition with Chinese airlines. AirAsia Philippines announced that it plans to suspend flights between China and the Philippines in the fourth quarter due to a sharp drop in demand. Korean Air said that regional travel demand has rebounded and will open or resume multiple routes to China in the near future. According to Voice of America, Beijing white-collar worker Yang Le, a pseudonym, had just returned from a vacation in Japan in September. But she decided to go to South Korea for vacation during the National Day holiday because she felt Beijing is too boring. Although the air ticket price doubled, she chose to travel, thinking there was no point in staying in Beijing. Yang Le noticed that although it was the 75th anniversary of the founding of the Communist Party of China, there were not many large-scale celebrations in Beijing, only the hanging of national flags and flower bed arrangements. She believes this is mainly because the economic situation is not good. The government does not want to celebrate in the face of public dissatisfaction and may not have enough financial support. The delayed retirement policy has attracted a lot of criticism and many comments have been deleted. Yang Le lamented that the economic difficulties have caused many people to lose their jobs, and the public is generally uneasy. Despite this, Yang Le still feels that she is relatively lucky, she has no family burden, and can still enjoy the fun of traveling. According to Nikkei Asia, China's tourism industry is preparing for sluggish growth during the National Day holiday. The continued downturn in the housing market, slowdown in manufacturing activity, and rising unemployment have further eroded consumer confidence. Although China's central bank has recently launched a series of monetary stimulus policies to boost demand, economists believe this is not enough to reverse the economic situation and fiscal support is still necessary. A housewife said she didn't go anywhere during National Day because rising prices had increased her living burden and she had no extra money for consumption.
哎，这国庆节你们都去哪里刺激消费了？
Did you all go out to spend money during National Day? I haven't gone anywhere. I just went to the market and saw the rising prices, which made me uncomfortable. When I usually go to the market to buy vegetables, I never buy vegetables that cost more than 43 US cents per pound. It's too expensive. I can only buy ordinary vegetables such as cucumbers, potatoes, beans, and tomatoes with my current income. Today, I carefully selected a pack of tomatoes and the boss told me that they were US $1.14 per pound. I can't afford it, so I had no choice but to put it back. Then I picked some beans and the boss said they were US $1.28 per pound. Oh my god, I still couldn't afford it, so I gave up again. Okay, let me choose cucumber. After all, there is no more common dish than cucumber, right? As a result, cucumbers cost US $1.42 per pound. I have lived for almost 40 years. This is the first time I have seen such expensive cucumbers. After looking around, I couldn't find any vegetables priced below 71 cents, so I ended up buying nothing, mainly because I feel that with my current income, I don't deserve to eat vegetables. Experts all say that you should travel during National Day to stimulate consumption, but I think there is no need to go out for consumption. Looking at the current vegetable prices, you can feel the stimulation at your doorstep. My little savings were all spent before I even walked out of the supermarket. Take a look, I just bought this thing which cost me over 14 US dollars, but my deposit was less than 200 US dollars. Isn't this stimulation enough? Don't let me spend any more. It's not like I don't know how to spend money. I'm just poor, not stupid. There are so many ways to spend money now, but there are no ways to make money. Can the experts hear me? What we want is not to stimulate consumption, but to stimulate income. Some say National Day is coming soon and everyone can travel and stimulate consumption. But my monthly salary is only 427 US dollars. After deducting the car loan, housing loan, and various other loans, the remaining money is not enough to buy a bottle of soybean oil, let alone travel. The thing I feel most sorry for in my life is the bank. I applied for a card, but its deposit was pitifully small. How ironic. I want to remind experts and the government to not always encourage consumption. It's not that I don't know how to spend money. I have no money to spend at all. We always stimulate consumption. Can you stimulate income first? I will be very generous if I earn more than 6,000 US dollars a month. If I see a dog passing by me, I will give it 20 US dollars. At the same time, Mr. Chow, a publishing practitioner in Shanghai, said that national pride has gradually faded in recent years, and many statements about the country's strength lack true emotion. He believes people's lives are difficult, and internal and external difficulties have made people no longer full of expectations for the future. Mr. Chow also pointed out that many people are more concerned about the holiday arrangements during this year's National Day because working continuously makes people feel tired. A netizen who works as a translator in Beijing also shared similar views. He believes that the economic outlook is unclear and the rule of law and business environment have deteriorated, causing people to doubt the country's future. Although he plans to take his family on a short vacation to the outskirts of Beijing, he admits that everyone's mentality has not returned to the excitement of previous vacations. The increase in travel numbers is just a rebound after the epidemic, not a sign of economic prosperity. It's reported that traffic flow increased during National Day, but some netizens believe that this travel peak does not mean prosperity but only the release of consumer demand after the epidemic is over. In addition, large-scale celebrations during the National Day period have decreased due to financial reasons, and the public's mentality can no longer keep pace with the government's celebrations. At the same time, people's lives at the bottom of China have become even more difficult. Many migrant workers have no time to enjoy vacations, and taxi and online ride-hailing drivers work daily to make ends meet. Mr. Chow from Shanghai also mentioned that the economic downturn has forced many people to engage in low-threshold industries such as catering and logistics. However, due to the economic downturn, the income in these industries has become increasingly difficult to maintain a living. The official campaign sparked more antagonism online. Mr. Chow concluded that in recent years, more and more people have become resistant to the country's grand narrative, paying more attention to people's lives and practical issues and no longer willing to accept official celebrations and publicity.
86年以上的可以走了啊，可以离开了啊。
90后的啊，只要90后，90以上的可以回去了啊。33岁以内的，33岁以上的一个不要啊。